my funny videos, and maybe an occasional call out. But they're so weak-minded that you can't even mention their names without them stalking and harassing you and making 500 videos just because they heard their name mentioned. But yet they're having whole ass lives discussing everything and smearing and lying. Like, move the fuck on. Gwen, if you want everything to stop, Lady Guinevere 75, aka Heather Linda Groy, if you really want everything to stop, tell your minions, especially Kane, Jenny, and Nikki, which are the biggest three problems on this net, along with Tavia and the Fold, tell them all to stop their bullshit and leave people alone, to mind their own business, make whatever videos they want. Nobody really gives a shit, but stop contacting us because you're getting a small taste of what your friends have been doing to everybody else. And you have proof of this. You just don't care. You want to say, I'm not involved in the drama, but I know what you do behind the scenes, Gwen. I used to be on your Google voice calls with Scott McFly, Junior Viata, Jesse Lee 93, Lizzie Jackson, Chucky Villegas. I was on your fucking calls with King the Dreadhead, and you, Lady Guinevere, are absolutely 100% the person that told me to call the cops on that guy with the dog that day. And you guys all told a different version of that story. And that's where you fuck up, is because your stories are not consistent when you're not fucking honest. You're all a bunch of fucking pathetic people. Learn to love yourselves and leave other people alone. Hating on other people and saying shitty things about other people is not going to make you love yourself more. It's a temporary fix to make yourself feel better about yourself by putting other people down, but it's not going to make you love yourself. It took me a long time to learn to love myself, and I truly do. And honestly, the reason I am today, the way I am, is because of a lot of you motherfuckers. So thank you for making me stronger, because I really don't give a fuck what any of you think or say anymore. I really don't. And I never cared about the fucking numbers or the following. And I'm going to keep going until my voice is fucking heard loud enough to where you all fucking are seen exactly for who you are. And the fact that your numbers are going down daily, Gwen, I'm sure has you in a panic. It's no wonder you coordinated an effort to try and silence me, because you know my voice is powerful and you're fucking afraid of me, just like Kane.
That's not nice.
Oh, sorry, Sari.
I was gonna say, can you say it louder for the motherfuckers? Last thing. And Jesus Christ.
That was fantastic.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
That was great.
That's why I don't have one of them bitches in my house, where I'd always be fucking having the demerit spit out of my ass.
Nice. I'm sorry, go ahead, Bam.
I said, that's why I don't have one of them motherfuckers in my house. I'd always have them demerit spit out at my ass like off a Demolition Man. You received one demerit for foul language. Well, fuck you up the ass, too.
Gotta have toilet paper. Gotta have toilet paper.
That was so funny.
Well, you know, we had a curse jar in my house. I used to just put $20 in it right away.
Look, I used to get my ass beat for doing that. I got credit. No, I'm going to whoop your ass and you're going to still give me credit.
Sally Jane, say something, please, because your profile gives off Jenny vibes. I'm just going to say that.
Who is it?
Sally Jane 2023. Very much the profile picture, low followers, the name, very much Jenny vibe. It could be not, but I'm just curious.
Look, right to the gym, too.
So I think it's funny. They're always claiming that we're stalking them, but yet does anybody ever see us going into their live? Does anybody see us screen recording their lives? Posting on our YouTubes? Nope.
You can, like, I can show all, like, my accounts where Jenny and all of them are on my pages. They can't ever show any of that from us.
Because
Like,
we really don't give a fuck about them.
Nope.
DNA testing. I'm willing to post my damn genetics, my fucking whole damn DNA thing, if Penelope will.
Hey, I'll pay for Penelope's test. How's that
I'll pay
sound?
for it too.
I mean, I posted mine and then they turned it around and tried to say that I was claiming I was POC, which I never did, and they can't post that. They twist my words to fit their own narratives, which is what they're good at. That's all they do, and people are seeing through them. That's why nobody donates to you anymore, Kane. That's why people are leaving Gwen like rapidly. She's losing like 1,000 followers every day.
What's up, dog? All right, man.
What's up, dog?
Sorry, dude. My bad. Somebody came in.
What happened to her nose right there?
She's Italian.
I gotta act somewhat, you know.
No, like it looks like she got punched.
She's Italian.
I was about to say she kind of reminded me of a troll that hides under the bridge.
Brandy said, I'm done.
I love how do you claim that you're standing up against police brutality when you literally made a victim of police brutality sing and dance with the officer who took him out of this world, who had nothing to do with you? He passed away 12 years ago. Over 12 years ago. He had nothing to do with you. You just hate me, so you're gonna use a victim? That's pretty weak energy. That's pussy energy right there. When you have to go after a dead person, that's really pussy energy. When you go after a dead person and minors because you're fucking weak. I didn't go after Nikki's son, by the way. All this bullshit about Nikki's,
Sheriff, and they were going to look into me.
Wait, what's that?
I was fixing to bring up that. I mean, I know even when that shit was going on with her son's picture, dude, I was like creeping your profile and shit from a fucking troll account. You were even like expressing and explaining, yeah, I fucked up. I shouldn't have had it in there, and it wasn't you. But you know what I'm saying? You explained yourself, but yet they just excluded all of that bullshit.
Right. Oh no, they took a piece of that where I was explaining it. They took a sound clip from that and a sound clip from another conversation, and they put them together to make it seem like I was sharing naked pictures, which I wasn't.
And that's the thing. I'm like, man, I'm not cool.
If the kid was naked, that means that Nikki's posting a naked video of her child across the internet, and we should be concerned about that more than anything. Because
I'm glad you brought that up because I was just going to ask about that.
I really think it's
still being screened.
Sorry, I got me a customer service mode right now. Shit, I got to be polite.
It definitely seems like a lot of deflection away from their own bullshit.
It seems like there's a lot of that shit going on.
Dude, what I'm starting to realize, especially with Jenny, because she really does give off predatory vibes with what she's done. She has posted 58 videos of Ozzy, but they have an issue with one little screenshot. She is zooming in on Ozzy's butt, but they have an issue with a screenshot. So I guess if you're a woman, you can do no wrong in their eyes. But if you're a man, you're automatically the villain, according to them. If you're a white man, anyway. Because Kane can do no wrong, evidently. He's allowed to do... Hold on, Brandy. I'm going to make your screen bigger. Hold on. How do I do this? There we go.
Brandy, what do I
Jenny's profile.
send me pictures of my nephew?
Jenny's profile, zooming in on Ozzy's butt.
This goddamn time of night. What the fuck?
Brandy.
That's Jenny's profile. Jenny...
Who is that?
That's Ozzy's butt.
Why the fuck does she have Ozzy on her
Jenny
profile?
zoomed in on.
Why would she have his ass on her profile?
Hold on, Brandon. This is what she put. This is where she got it from. Hang on. I'll show you where the original came from.
But okay,
That's
but
how
still.
much she zoomed in on him.
Wow, that's sad, dude. Yeah, that's disgusting. I mean, that is.
The problem, Jenny? Gaslight much? Why isn't Nicole calling this out? Why isn't Kane having a problem with that? Why is it okay for Jenny to sexualize a 14-year-old minor boy?
That shit is why I try not to have any of my kids' shit online, and that's why.
That's far worse than anything.
And I tell Brandy all the time, every time she sends me pictures of my nephew, I say, keep that shit off my phone. That's child pornography. I don't want that on my phone.
I'm done with you.
I do every time, don't I, Brandy?
Yep. And this came off of Ozzy's football recruiting
Look,
page.
that's different. That's different, damn it. That's different.
It's creepy when Jenny's trying to lure Brandy's child away from her. That's
Milk and cookies.
But see, hell, don't give them dumbasses no damn room to reach for shit.
I
Well,
don't
this
even
came off of Ozzy's football recruiting page.
Nikki needs to be a fucking yoga teacher with the way she stretches.
I wonder if she'd fit in my cavernous vagina. I'm just
I don't
curious.
think Nikki would fit anywhere. I'm surprised she can fit in a car. Nikki is, I mean, you want to talk a cavernous one, Jenny.
Come on, Derek. Laugh about it. It's funny.
I'm trying not to puke here, okay? I'm literally trying not to puke.
What's happening here? Bubbles, you got
I'm a behave.
5 following, so you're getting blocked. Bubbles. I'm not sorry. Bubbles with 3 followers and 5 following.
Bubbles, what the fuck is this Trailer Park Boys?
Curious,
Bubbles 24.
curious of what's happening here.
Curious
First
what's
follower.
going on. I'd say move along. Bubbles, because you're getting blocked out of this live. No offense.
It's a long love story.
3 followers. Yeah, I'm kind of getting the fact that you're kind of getting the feeling that you're one of the trolls. Just trying to figure out what's going on here, right? Yeah. Bullshit. Sorry if you're an innocent person. Apologize.
Have a good night, man.
I don't believe anybody with 3 followers is innocent. I just don't. I'm sorry.
Well,
You're a
unless
troll.
they just started TikTok.
Which is an unlikelihood.
There was a time when I only had 3 followers.
Yeah, but TikTok Boss King, you got 11.6. I don't think you're a new account. He says I'm innocent.
Yeah, if anybody says they're innocent, then I'm fucking King Kong. Last time I checked, I'm not throwing barrels at fucking Mario.
More like Donkey Kong. Hush.
I don't know who it is. Does anybody know who TikTok Boss King is?
Who?
TikTok Boss King?
Nope.
No.
How do you, just out of curiosity, how do you know any of us, Rob? Oklahoma, Dad, WV Mafia. What's WV Mafia? West Virginia? I'm just curious. I'm just curious. I mean, you got a large following and you're or decent following. You're in here, like on my little short account.
I don't know, he looks familiar, though.
I thought so too, but I just can't remember from where.
Well, howdy, Maddie. I didn't
He's
see you.
awesome. Hey, if you guys aren't following Maddie, Maddie's a really amazing person. I just want to put it out there that, yeah, he does look cool. Maddie is a really sweet, kind, caring person and probably one of the nicest people I've met on this app. So I would encourage everybody to support Maddie.
I'll support her, but you're not my dad.
And Maddie's been harassed, unfortunately, by some of the stalkers just simply for supporting me. And that's pretty sad when your life is that pathetic, Jenny, that you have to stalk innocent people just because of who they follow. It shows the true narcissism that you're trying to isolate people. If you want to tell your story, make your videos. If your content is believable, and if you really have a following and have such an impelling story to tell, people will naturally follow you. I don't go to your page. I don't go to your comment section. I don't go to your followers and look for people to stalk and harass. We're not the same. I don't go and watch your lives. We're not the same. I don't post all your lives onto YouTube. We are not the same. You are the true stalker, Jenny, and you are delusional and need mental health therapy severely. I really feel that Jenny Torres and Nicole Reinhart from Guelph, Ontario, Canada, need to be institutionalized. I think Lady Guinevere needs to be in prison, but unfortunately she seems to have those white woman privileges that she makes herself get out of pretty much almost every charge she has ever had.
Behaves on her probation for about 4 minutes.
Well, she's got relatives in law enforcement too.
Would that be the cop? Oh shit! Hang on, I touched it.
You touched the butt.
You don't.
I want to finish. Hold on. I want to finish this thing with
Own
whine.
victims who has created problems in the BIPOC community
Oh, shut up.
and
Man.
root
She's so pathetic with her smear
to get
campaigns.
back in her group's good graces.
Oh, here we go.
I was horrified because what's up, TikTok family
Let's
DG
see.
here? It has been to their own life. They already know that.
Oh wait, here. Listen to this shit.
And then in this
Let's see here. I think this is it.
someone, the individual that they were body shaming happened to be a very, very, very
Okay, that's not
Right
it.
here,
Sorry.
full times today that my stalker of over 2 years in a desperate attempt to get back in a group's good graces.
Time out for a second. I need to talk about this. I don't know where Gwen made it up in her head and made up this story that I wanted to get back in good graces with her or fucking anybody on that side. You are demented and twisted beyond belief. I didn't want to get in good graces. I wanted to put an end to your smear campaign and prove that you don't have any proof on the claims that you're making. I wanted to prove that you're the one actually creating smear campaigns, but you wanted to tell more lies. You wanted to make it seem like you can't go live with me and in a box with me. Then why did you come into Dalton's live where I was already at a few days ago? Proof you're a fucking liar.
Has summoned me to a lie.
No, that wasn't summoning. That was an invitation. I'm not Kane Allen. I'm not the one that says, get your ass in here. Go get him. Tell him to come in here. I didn't do that. I said, you're welcome to join me and show your proof. If you're not a liar and if you're not a clout chaser, you would show up. But you proved that you're a liar and a clout chaser, Heather DeGroy, Lady Guinevere 75.
And then in the same video,
I called you a
called me
bitch.
a filthy name at the end.
Yeah, you're a bitch, Gwen. You are. Don't act like one and I won't call you one.
This was a masterfully done attempt to make me look bad because...
Really? It was masterfully? No, I'm just being honest, Gwen. I don't sit here and read scripts like you and Kane. I don't put together scripts like you and Kane. I don't get all prettied up and dolled up to go in front of a camera and position myself to read a script. That's not me. I'm not the one doing this masterfully minded bullshit like you. I'm just being me and I'm calling out your bullshit.
That stalker already knows that by law I cannot.
Prove, Gwen. Prove why you can't by law. Prove it, Gwen. Prove why you can't by law. Because if you couldn't by law, again, why were you in Dalton's live where I was already at 2 days ago? If you couldn't come into a live where I was at by law, you wouldn't have come into that live 2 days ago, you fucking liar.
Into their own live. They already know that.
No, Gwen, I don't know it because the case was dismissed. The case was fucking dismissed. Here, I'll pull up that screenshot again if you need.
Yes, sir.
I am surprised.
Yeah, that's about it.
They all seem like such intelligent.
Listen to this. Hold on, Sam. I'm going to mute you for a second. Sorry, buddy. I want you to hear this where she's trying to, this is masterful right here, is that she's trying to get people on her side by complimenting them. Listen to this.
I am surprised that this has even gone on this long because you all seem like such intelligent people. And you must know that when there is over a dozen people.
Listen to this. She's literally using the mob mentality. Where did Brandy go? She's using the mob mentality that I've been calling out for like how long? Sorry, she's using that as her proof. Now, in an earlier video, she said that you have to have factual information, not just opinions of people. But now she's contradicting herself. Now she's saying that her 12 friends are evidently proof. Her 12 friends that she uses to harass and stalk other people is evidently proof that the people calling her out are stalking her. Make that make sense.
Claiming over a dozen, more than a dozen people claiming that the same individual is harassing, stalking them.
Oh, by the way, these people are making those claims at her request. I have proof of that too.
Won't leave them alone?
Really? I won't leave them alone. That's why Jenny keeps coming into my live. That's why Kane is streaming my live right now. All that, right? The only reason I went towards Kane's live the other day is because I was literally sent a bunch of messages to join his live now in the middle of my workday. That's somebody summoning. That's somebody who won't leave other people alone. Jenny, Nikki, Kane.
That there must air a ring of truth to that.
No, that's not proof, Gwen. That's not proof. That is the mob mentality. That is called hearsay. Remember me objecting to things in court because they were hearsay, Gwen? You don't seem to understand how real life works versus TikTok life, Gwen. You are so lost in the sauce. You are so obsessed with TikTok that you seem to think the real world operates the same way as TikTok, so much that in a courtroom, you thought you were going to be able to manipulate a judge that had your records in front of him. You didn't succeed there. Because you need proof in the real world, Gwen, not like TikTok.
Y'all seem like intelligent people.
Here she goes again. Here she goes again, trying to win people over to her side.
To that. Y'all seem like intelligent people. Smart enough to know that, hey, where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah, and that's why she's losing followers on the daily, because they're looking at your content. They're looking at Kane's content. They're looking at Nikki's content, and they're looking at my content. I have zero issues. I want people to go check out all sides of the story, because intelligent people will make up their own mind and they'll see through your bullshit.
I will say that prior to that live, I did feel that that creator was unfairly drug into a huge mess.
Oh, she's talking
and
about
they were
Dalton
being
now.
used for their platform. So this individual can continue on a vendetta that they have tried to do platform after platform after platform until people realize who they are.
Until people realize, no, until she can have her friends go manipulate people to not listen to me, because that is the last thing they want, is for people to actually look at the proof. I post receipts, Gwen. That's what you don't like. You and your friends don't. That's what you don't like, and that's why you want me silenced.
And then, you know.
Yeah. Heather DeGroy, again, Heather Lynn DeGroy, the more that Nikki, the more that Kane, the more that Jenny come at me, the more I'm going to go after you, Gwen, because you are where it all originated from, you and Uni. So if you want it to end, tell your friends to leave me the fuck alone, and Brandy the fuck alone, and everybody else the fuck alone. You fucking hypocrite.
I did feel that way. The behavior since.
Yeah, I'm not as nice as you, bitch.
I did feel that way prior to that live. I do just want to take a minute to thank my followers for sticking with me through all of this. I know it's been bumpy. I am incredibly sorry. Y'all are the real OGs. Love you to death. To the others, y'all are smart enough to know where there's smoke, there's fire.
Again, she's using the mob mentality as her excuse of why she thinks something is valid. That is exactly what you said earlier, that people needed facts and not to listen to opinions. But now that you're being challenged to bring facts, you want to revert backward and be a hypocrite from the video you made literally 2 videos ago. You're literally contradicting yourself from what you posted 2 videos before this one.
That's all I'm going to say. And I hope that you do not become a victim, because it has been a literal nightmare. And at times I was definitely in fear for my safety.
Why is she in fear for her safety? Because she's delusional and she seems to have psychosis. I'm in Washington State. I am as far away from you as possible. I have never made any threats. I promise you that the palm trees in Washington are not going to come and do you any harm. I cannot even believe that you had Nikki submit a picture of a palm tree at the end of my street as part of your fucking evidence to a court case. Like, how delusional and twisted and mentally unstable and insane do you have to be? I really, it makes no sense.
And still am to this day. So I wish you all the best of luck. I hope that I can get back to my regular content. Take care.
This bitch thinks that she is somebody special and thinks that everybody else has to bow down to her, and thinks that she deserves better treatment than what her and her friends do to other people. She is a gaslighter, she's a master manipulator, and she is not native. And that needs to be proven once and for all, Gwen. Your real name is Heather Lynn DeGroy. It's out there, it's been out there for a long time. Well before anybody said anything, you were able to do a search on Google for Lady Guinevere 75, and I'll show it right here in a second. And you were able to see your real name associated with your online TikTok. You still can to this day, I'm sure. So nobody's putting your life in danger, Gwen. It's public information. It's the same reason why Uni's case was dismissed. It's a First Amendment right. You just don't like it applied to you. You don't like things happening to you. You want to be the one to do everything to everybody else, Gwen. But you yourself cannot be held accountable, right? You yourself. Yeah, sorry, I think I got the wrong screenshot up there. Oh, that's an order of dismissal. Is that what that says, Gwen? Order of dismissal. So why can't you join my live again? Why is it you can't join my live if there's an order of dismissal? Everybody put palm trees in the comments. Everybody put palm trees in the comments to make
I
Lady
didn't even
Gwen.
get to testify with that shit neither. I sat there waited forever in the waiting part of the Zoom. Hey, I was so mad because we were ready too. We were fucking ready for that shit.
The way that the court cases were handled, the difference between the way that the court case was handled here in Washington and versus Florida, she had been permitted to post as much evidence and bring as much evidence as she wanted. If anybody remembers my court case, not too many people in here, if anybody would, in my court case, my evidence got rejected and it had to be sorted out. But the attorney that I hired last minute, unfortunately, gave bad advice, and he said he thought that we could just proceed without submitting evidence, that my statement would be the evidence, which was the worst advice I ever got. That was really the worst advice, and that was my demise, unfortunately. So it's funny, though, how I wasn't allowed any, but Gwen was allowed as much as she wanted. The judge didn't put any limits on it, and I still didn't even have to testify. She couldn't prove anything. All of her quote-unquote evidence didn't prove shit. Her strongest shit was nothing. But here's the interesting part. Gwen loves to say other people start smear campaigns. She was in the comments section, which I have proof of a profile called The Watchers, which was her friend Exodus, and I have proof of that too. In fact, Penelope and Robbie accidentally told on Exodus for that, and Exodus told on himself for that. So I have multiple things that actually prove that that was Exodus. And Gwen was in the comment section after she desperately was reaching out to this content creator because she wanted to be manipulative and smear the story more. And she said, "Oh my God, you guys broke into the court records." No, nobody broke into the court records. Those were records that Gwen handed over herself. And when the court case happens between Lady Guinevere, Heather DeGroy, and I, it's going to come out and it's going to be subpoenaed that she was the one that actually provided that documentation to Exodus to further cause me harm, and that what she did is actually considered a hate crime. What her and her friends did is actually considered a hate crime. So again, I have spoken to a few different detectives and officers, as well as an attorney, but the attorney that I want to get and need for this, I really want a civil rights attorney. So anybody that knows of anybody in Washington, anybody in the legal business, I'm looking for a civil rights attorney that can practice in the state of Washington as soon as possible, essentially, because I'm not going to do this without an attorney this time. And if she wants to try and file against me again, like, let her. She wants to say she has legal representation. Why didn't she have anybody there? Remember that, Nicole? She had none. She had none. Bitch can't afford shit.
Yeah, and then she provided her evidence to you with 24 hours to go through 500 and something different files on there. And I was like, "No, you need to email the court. That's way too much to go through in 2 days, much less 1 day. It take 2 weeks to go through every bit of that. And what we went through it in that 24 hours,
I think it was 48, but it was still
48. Yeah, still, I had work and everything too, and we were freaking working our butts off trying to go through all that shit.
Not only that, but the fucked up part is that when she sent that to me, she sent stickers and buttons, metal and plastic, and when she sent that in the mail, I ended up getting COVID shortly after that. And then I creeped on her page. Do you know the fucking bitch had COVID when she mailed that shit out? And I think she put those stickers and buttons in there purposely to give me COVID.
Yeah, she probably licked the envelope too.
She probably did. I mean, this person is sick. She is really demented and sick. And she thinks that just because she has a big following that everybody should believe her and that she's innocent. If you don't have a big following, then I guess you're just a peon and you're dehumanized by her and her friends. This woman is severely sick. And when I mentioned to the judge about that, she tried to manipulate the situation and make it seem like she's such a supporter of the LGBTQ plus community. She is a master manipulator. Just like Jenny coming into Dalton's live the other day with her crocodile tears. I'm so disappointed in Dalton because he knew damn well who she was. He knew everything beforehand. And the fact that he allowed her in there, he would not have appreciated that at all if somebody did that to him. And I'm a firm believer in you treat people how you want to be treated. And if they show you how they want to be treated, treat them how they treat you. Hey. Who said hey, Joe? It was me. Oh, hey. Yeah, so I'm sorry, that was it for me with the recording. This is Penelope, again, Wiggs, Kane, Lady Guinevere's TikTok daughter, who claims that she's black and native. This is Penelope. And Penelope denies that this is her.